Hey guys, so welcome and happy Wednesday to you all. So I want to make this video very short and hit to the point. So for today, this is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for the longest, but I was waiting for the appropriate time and all that. But this discussion or this concern is something that I've seen people do a lot, and also something in our African culture that is happening like quite often that needs to stop. And it's something that I've also experienced. Not like I've had like two or probably like two or three people come up to me and like ask me that same question about. So I will just hit straight to the point. The fact that you are not yet married, or the fact that you haven't bear a child yet, or you haven't given birth to a child yet, doesn't make you less of a woman. You are already a woman because God created you as a woman. You are already a woman. So don't allow anybody's opinion or thought about you because you are not married yet at the age they expected you to get married, or having given birth yet to a child at the age they expected you to give birth, to make you feel that you are less of a woman. You are a woman because God created you a woman. You are a woman because you were born a woman. So this is an encouragement for those who are going through it, and this is also a warning for those who are doing it, whether if it's intentionally or not, or whether if you are aware of it or not, because sometimes not everybody explain to you what they are going through. Not everyone is going to be open to you about what they are going through. Sometimes people like to keep things to themselves. They don't like to share things about what they're going through. They don't like to put it out there in the broadcast that, oh, this is what I'm going through. So that's why we need to be sensitive to people's emotion. We need to know that, okay, this person is not feeling this way, so on that note, let me stop talking. So we need to be able to discern. And sometimes not everything that comes out of this mouth we need to say. So for those who are going through it, or might go through it in the future somewhere, this is an encouragement to you. And don't allow anybody's opinion or thought about you makes you feel less of a woman. If you're not married yet, there is nothing wrong with you. You go to God in prayer, you bring your request to God, you continue to do it until God answers your prayer, or until God speaks to you, or until God brings you that husband that you are desiring. And if you haven't conceived a child yet, you take it to God. That doesn't make you feel less of a woman, and especially if you're married. I'm not talking about if you're single and you're seeking to have a child outside of wedlock. I'm talking about those who are married. If you're married and you have not yet conceived a child, that doesn't make you feel less of a woman. I've been there and I'm still going through it. It doesn't make me feel less of a woman just because I haven't conceived yet. It's God's timing, not your timing, not man's timing, not my timing, God's timing. Continue to take your situation to God. Continue to take your requests before God. He listens, He cares. It doesn't mean God loves you less. It doesn't mean God has forgotten about your problem, or it doesn't mean God has forgotten about your request. It's His time. Sometimes God allows certain things to happen because for His glory. Anna, it was for His glory. For His glory. God would have chosen to do it, but He went before the Lord. She brought her request before the Lord. And God used her son for His glory. So just because you haven't conceived yet, there is nothing wrong with you. You can go to the doctor, do your regular checkup, and whatever the situation may be, you take it to God in prayer. But that doesn't make you feel less of a woman. And this is something that's going on a lot in our African culture. and it needs to stop. Just because somebody is not married yet, and especially it happens a lot to the women. I'm not disregarding the fact that it doesn't happen to men, but it's more targeted to the women. Just because you are not married yet, just because you haven't conceived a child yet at the age people want you to conceive, or at the age people want you to get married, does it make you feel less of a woman. So don't allow anybody to make you look down upon yourself just because whatever it is they want to happen in your life haven't happened yet. You are a woman. You are a child of God. You are not less of a woman. God created you to be a woman, and you are a woman. So I am encouraging those who have been pressured in that area. Take it to God in prayer. Don't allow anyone to pressure you in God's time, and take your request before God and bring it before Him. He cares. He cares. Bring it before Him. Ask Him why, and He will reveal. When you ask Him, He will reveal. He won't hide anything from you. He will reveal it unto you. And I'm very thankful and grateful for my husband and my family that they haven't pressured me or asked me why, or where's the child? We're waiting for our grandkids, we're waiting for our nieces, we're waiting for our nephews, or this or whatsoever. And I'm very grateful that I have a husband who is very loving and supporting and encourages me 24/7 and doesn't allow me to look down upon myself. Whenever the thoughts come, he encouraged me in the Lord. We pray, we worship together, and I am very, very thankful for his life. And likewise, those husbands who are married and your wife haven't yet given you a child, don't look down upon that wife. Love your wife. Encourage them. Even if they haven't given you a child yet, encourage them. Love them. You didn't get married to them you didn't get married to your wife just so you can have a child. You have to first love your wife. You are in that marriage because you loved her, not because you want a child from her. Yes, it's good to desire a child, but if the child doesn't come that first year of your marriage, second year, third year, and it's something you guys have been praying about, seeking the face of God about, you continue to love her. You don't love her less because she haven't given you a child. And you don't get discouraged and get out that marriage and go marry somebody else who can give you a child, because deeply you might not know the battle that that wife is battling in their mind, in their head. Our own thoughts will battle with us. So, and also those who are seeking to have a husband or seeking to be married, you are not less of a woman. And there is nothing wrong with you. In the season you are waiting, you take your request before God. You ask God to mold you into the wife that He wants you to be. You ask God to prepare you while you are waiting. You ask God to prepare the husband before He brings him to you. There is nothing wrong with you. Just because you are aging in grace, I don't want to say getting too old. Just because you are aging in grace doesn't mean there's a certain age point where everyone should get married. Some people get married young, and we give God praise for that. And some people get married old, or get married at a certain age, and we still give God praise for that. Because it's for His glory, not for our glory. It's His timing and not for our timing. So if you're going through this situation, be encouraged that God hasn't forgotten about you. It's His timing, not our timing. And if you are those people who are doing this, saying words out of the blue because you just want to say words, stop. Because it will come back to you. You will get married one day. And you might be single now and still not married yet, but yet you are doing it unto other people. You need to stop. It needs to stop. So this is something that I wanted to bring out there. And let's stop hurting each other. Let's stop saying words that are hurting each other, words that are painful. Because though the word it says that stick and stone may break my bone, but your words will never hurt me. It hurt when it comes from those who you love. It does. It hurt from those who you call family, who you call friends, who you call your close ones. It might not hurt from an outsider that you doesn't know because you don't know that person. But it hurts when it's from those within your circle. So sometimes we gotta be careful what we say. If you don't know about somebody's situation, you don't know about somebody's story, you keep your words to yourself. Your opinion is not to just be blasting it on somebody just because you feel like they're strong enough to handle it. Sometimes you just gotta be quiet. That's it. There's a season to speak and there's a season to be silenced. Some of you, this is your season to be silenced. So I just wanted to bring this concern out, just wanted to bring this topic out because it's something that is happening repeatedly and over, and it needs to stop. Because you might think it will never happen to you, it will happen to you. So learn to just keep your opinion to yourself if you don't know what the person is going through. And if you do know what the person is going through, pray for them. That's all. Pray for them and encourage them in the Lord. But your opinion to come and tell the person, oh, you're getting old. When is the man gonna come? If you're not bringing the man to them, then keep your opinion to yourself. Or even the comments, oh, my dear, you have been married since 10 years from now, 8 years, 5 years, 6 years. Where is the child? If you're not going to help babysit that child, or not going to help sponsor the needs of that child, or not going to help raise that child up, then please, my dear, keep your opinion to yourself. Sometimes we just need to learn how to be quiet. We just need to learn how to be quiet. So this is all I have to say, and I pray that the Lord bless you all. You all have a beautiful Wednesday.